Right, good afternoon boys and girls. Muddy here and I am out in the woods this afternoon taking the boys out, and it's a nice weather. It is nice weather. It's nice weather for a sit down, a cup of tea and a couple of biscuits. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to share it with you because that's the kind of guy I am. I've reached where I'm going to set up camp, and I'm going to hang my hammock. I'm going to get the wood gas stove on because the mosquitoes are flying around me already. Even though I've got DEET on, these suckers are relentless. So fire going and then tarp up, and I'll show you the whole thing. Stay with me. Alright, I thought I'd show you this. This is my waxed canvas bag that I made it's actually made out of calico. I've just got a piece of paracord which I use as a drawstring, and it works. There we go. I made this little toggle out of bone, which is then also got a piece of waxed calico behind it, and then inside this is my cook kit. This is my 14cm billy, zebra billy, which you can see has had a good amount of use. And the other thing that I've done with this is, I've got the lid, I've got that in a pan, and you'll see that it sits a little bit proud, and the reason why it sits a little bit proud is because I bought a 14cm stainless steel bowl which won't come out at the moment, and I can use that for cooking in or eating out of. It's just another option, and it just sits in there almost perfectly. And then inside I've got my stove, my wood gas stove. I didn't buy this from Wildwood Gas because I didn't want to pay the best part of 50 quid for it. I did buy it online on eBay, I think, rather than Amazon. It's exactly the same, only it costs 13 quid with delivery. It took about 2 weeks to get delivered because obviously it came from China, but it's just a much cheaper option, and it's exactly the same. And as you can see, this is well used, and it's a little bit warped, but it works really well, and it all just slots together. Genius. Now you can see that this ground is thick and spongy. It's lots of dried moss, dried twigs. It's bone dry actually. We haven't had any rain in ages, and I can't set this stove on it because the hot ash falls through to the bottom, and it will set fire to everything. And if you saw my bushcraft breakfast video for Z Outdoors, you'll see that actually the stove moves because I set fire to a tree stump. So nothing is safe. So I'm going to clear the ground and make sure that that it's nice and safe for me to use the stove. And I'm going to do that with a size 11 boot. There we go. Right, there's my fire lay. Basically, you light a fire on top of that. A lot of people do it the wrong way around. They light a fire on the bottom and then pile wood on. You get loads of smoke if you do it that way. This is a much more efficient burn, and I'll show you how it works. See there, no smoke. I'll put the lid on, or the pot stand rather. It just needs to fall down a little bit, let it burn down a bit, just to even up. And then I'm going to put my billy can on. See, a bit of birch fell out there, and when it's cooled off I'll stick it back in. And that's all the fuel I'll need to boil my water for my cup of tea. Right, time to put the hammock up. Right, this is my 10th wonder hammock. I call it my day hammock just because I prefer to have a mosquito net overnight when I'm hammock camping. So my overnight hammock is a DD bivy hammock, which I'll show you on another video. But this is just I don't even know what spec this is, what model this is. It's just a big, nice hammock. occasionally I'm for work, I'm out on courses and things, and I stay overnight in a hotel, and what I normally tend to do for my brew kit is raid the freebies. So I usually have a decent tea bag, and last time I managed to get a couple of these biscuits. Amazing. All packed up, time to head home. Well, they say leave no trace. My hammock was between this tree, mustn't forget the dog lead. That's where my fire was. Muddy Paws #1 on guard, watching that squirrel. If only you could climb trees. And my hammock was on that tree as well. So, let's go home. Let's go home. Do you want to go home? Yes. Do you want your din-dins? You do?